I lived in the Bay Area about 6 years ago and was in a relationship with someone who was about 25 years my senior. A relationship that really began out of some financial insecurity and lasted because of financial insecurity. And even though I had a full-time job that was, I guess a good salary, it's hard to live in the Bay Area, as a single parent. About a year into that relationship, there was an event that happened essentially where I was sexually assaulted and physically assaulted by this person. So I actually, put my 2 kids in the car and everything else that would fit, and I drove up to Seattle and just thought, okay, now begins the work of figuring out how to not only recover from what just happened, but what do I do next? And that's really how I found the YWCA. As I went down the list of social services agencies and NGOs, and I think it was the 20th number I had dialed and the only one that said, we don't have something for you right now, but we're gonna figure something out. I got to take a big, deep breath and at least feel like, okay, I'm not in it alone anymore. The first, service that I was provided by the YWCA directly was a key to my own door and my own room with 3 beds. And I remember the moment, I locked the door and I just kind of slid down the back side of the door and I was safe. It was what I would really call just wraparound services of A to Z, everything from your personal hygiene and health to appointments and legal counsel and resources. There wasn't a single aspect of my life that was off limits. I think that there was somebody there who could help with almost anything. It's essentially saying, it's your turn. You tell us how this needs to go. It was incredible for me to be able to be given back that level of power and control and predictability that I was missing for so long. So I applied for a job, while I was on the shelter bed at the YWCA, and that was the job that lifted me out of poverty. Today I'm in an entirely different spot. I've added a couple children to the mix since getting married. I now have 5 sons. I started a company called My People Now. The more I look back and feel immense gratitude toward the supporters of the YWCA for what they did for me that night when I realized I wasn't gonna have to sleep in my car, that allows me to interact with every soul I encounter on a daily basis with love and gratitude and faith. I believe that each person, each woman, each survivor should feel that they have the freedom to move on to the next circumstance in their life that they wish. That if we can invest in women, and if we can invest in people of color, and we can invest in women of color, we are investing in families, society, community, the world. And I believe when we achieve that as a society, that we will be so much healthier as a people. Your gift to the YWCA is something that's going to help someone in an immediate need to protect themselves, their children, their family. But it's a gift that's going to literally affect society as a whole for years or centuries to come. And that's an incredibly beautiful thing to be able to provide someone.